This is part of, if you don't know, the week of SMO 2, and this is day 2, and we are doing a very special speedrun, near and dear to my heart. This is 3 captures. So we capture, oh, we got the uproot. That's a capture. We're using its abilities and whatnot. And in a normal speedrun, you'd do that about 60 times. But actually, there has been a speedrun that's been going on since like the beginning of Mario Odyssey called Minimum Captures, where the goal is just to beat the game in the least amount of captures possible. And this is the speedrun I got started with. This is a speedrun that I grew my channel with. And so today I wanted to showcase it. There's some crazy tricks, and it all culminates right at the end with the nut jump, which you've probably heard of, but you will be seeing very shortly. So let's just get into it. I am playing in 2-player. You might be confused because I am just one person, but I have my hands to control Mario and my feet to control Cappy. Alrighty, and now without further ado, let's get started. This is gonna feel weird. It's been at least like 2 years since I've really done a speedrun of this, and probably more like 3 years since I've grinded speedruns of it at all. So you can already see the 2-player coming into play. We're doing a lot of cap bounces in 2-player. Every once in a while throwing Cappy. Like that. And now we gotta skip our first capture. Oh, and there's our first capture of the run. That's 1. 2 minutes in. But don't worry, we're only gonna get 2 more out of the entire run, I promise. Now it's time for immediately one of the glitchier kingdoms. First order of business, we got a clip out of bounds here. Ah! There it is. We're going to land on an invisible platform that is here for some reason. And get this. I don't think I got that. No, I did not. Okay, we got to go do the clip again. All this because we cannot fight Madame Brood. If we fight Madame Brood, that's 3 captures right there that we have to do. So we're doing all this. Out of bounds movement. Uh-oh. Out of bounds movement. Okay, that's a death. We're going to be getting all 5 moons without ever fighting Madame Brood. And there are only 5 moons in the entire kingdom without fighting Madame Brood. So it is, we have to do everything we can to get these moons. And right here. And then I'm a little scared about this part because it's a little tight, but we made it through. Blindly go through this 2D section, but it's okay because I'm the GOAT. And now we have to do something called a CRC. This is a much more simple version, so I won't explain it too much here. Okay, it looks like Cappy got stuck, which was our goal. We need to switch to the Joy-Cons real quick for the second controller. And then we will get right here. There we go. Just like that. That is what we like to see. And there we go. And I'll explain that in more detail later. But for now, all you need to know is we got this moon that normally you're not supposed to be able to get at all. Now a much easier clip. You just spin throw in this corner. For some reason, it just lets you right on through. We don't have to capture a chain jump for that. And one more with another easy clip, technically. Because there's just no collision there for some reason. And last but not least, boom! Our first power moon, which is actually our 5th power moon. And Cascade is done! That's it for Cascade. Easy peasy. Leaning pillar. All right, okay, so now we're going to go this way. I'm going to grab this moon here. Normally, you would capture a bullet bill here to break this block, but we, of course, cannot do that. So instead, we're just going to manipulate it perfectly. Hit the block for us without ever having to capture. It's beautiful. Now we're real quick, come on. Going to switch it to 1-player. Because there's some clips we have to do here that are much, much harder on 2-player. Like this one, icicle clip. Oh my god. Would you believe me if I told you that was one of the harder clips in the game? So now we're going to go here. Oh, first try. Okay. Because we have to beat Harriet to unlock the painting to Metro Kingdom. And you'll see exactly why in just a few minutes. Bomp. Alrighty, Harriet is dead. Now we have enough moons for Sand Kingdom. However, we are not done here quite yet. We will be coming back. But first order of business, we got to go to Wooded Kingdom. Not Lake! If we go to Lake, the run is dead. Wooded Kingdom is pretty simple. There's nothing too crazy. Oops. I don't even think there's any like out of bounds clips or anything like that. It's just play good, do good movement. Everything like that. Bonk. On purpose. On purpose. And now this moon here is not supposed to be able to be gotten without the capture, but if we do this fancy 2-player movement, We can just barely grab it right on the bottom. Wait, weird wording. And we got one more to get. Let's see. There is a clip here, which would be very cool if we could get it. If I just go here, face this way. Oh, I did not get the clip. You can clip through that wall and go get the next moon without having to go through this whole section, which saves like, I don't know, 3 seconds, which is a lot for an area this short. But there we go. We're done with Wooded already. Nice and simple kingdom. And now that we're done with Wooded, we are not going to go to Lake, like you may think. We are instead going back to Sand, which may seem weird. But if you remember, when we beat Harriet, we unlocked that painting, and now it's finally time to use it. Because normally, right now, we'd go to Lake. There's no captures there. Then we'd go to Cloud and Lost. We could easily beat those without captures, but then we'd run into an issue, which is Metro Kingdom. In Metro Kingdom, you have to turn it into Day Metro by beating the Mecha Wiggler, which you have to do by capturing a tank. And in older versions of this speedrun, that's exactly what we do, but we discovered a trick, the CRC, which I mentioned earlier. And right now, if we go through this painting, we end up in Metro Kingdom. It's daytime already, which is exactly what we need, but we are very far away from the mainland. So we're going to do that trick, the CRC, which I'm going to start right now. First, we want to get it so it's perfectly facing west, like it is right now on the compass, you can see. Then we need 1 minute and 19 seconds. So now, at 25:29 is when I stop. Because right now, I'm ground pounding Cappy into the void. The way this trick works, it's kind of weird. Basically, what we're going to do is ground pound Cappy really far away. Because a trick was discovered called a CRC, which lets you teleport Cappy. It's very confusing. I don't even really know how it works. I don't think anyone really knows how it works. But long story short, if we do an input to send out Cappy right as he teleports onto Mario's head, Cappy will then teleport forward exactly how far away he was from Mario. So right now, we're going to ground pound him really far away. And then when we teleport him, he's going to hit a checkpoint over there on the mainland, hopefully, if we get this first try. So let's see. We're going to be doing this trick a lot in this run, mainly in Bowser's Kingdom, because there's a lot of wires to skip there. But we've almost gone long enough in about 5 more seconds. And there, 1, 2, okay. There we go. Moment of truth. Oh, barely made that. Okay. Got to get the aim. There we go. No! God damn it. All right, well, that is a failed attempt. If you close the game out fast enough, the capture does not register, so we're okay. But that sucks. That happens sometimes. That happens. All right, let's do it again. Yup, there it is. That's exactly what I meant. Yep, there's a successful attempt. And we're good. Now, we are in early Metro, and you might be wondering how exactly that works. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's just exactly the Metro that you would see normally in game. There is one slight difference. There are some moons missing. Some loading zones are kind of weird, which you're going to see at the end of the kingdom. But for the most part, it's pretty normal. No! Ah! Okay, go again. Go again. Up, there we go. Get this moon. And now, I mentioned to you guys earlier that some loading zones are a little weird. And you're about to see exactly what I meant by that. Because you see this pipe at the end. And how normally, if you've watched Hide and Seek or whatever, it takes us to the rocket. Normally, that's where that pipe takes us. However, for some reason with this early version of Metro, it's a little broken. Instead, it just takes us to the Odyssey. I don't know why, but we take those because we usually can't get up here without a capture once we're on the bottom of the kingdom. And lastly, you remember I went to Wooded first. I said it's very important we go to Wooded first and not Lake. And that is because of the painting order. Because now we just take a painting to Lake Kingdom. And the Odyssey will be there waiting for us because we already beat Wooded and essentially spawned the Odyssey in Lake. And now the camera is stuck and we're going to try and get into the boss fight arena without being able to see. There we go. And now we just have to beat the boss without really being able to see. But that shouldn't be too hard. It's a little weird. We're not supposed to be here right now, technically. We've gone through multiple paintings that we're not supposed to really be able to go through. Once you go through like 2 paintings in a row, the game just completely breaks and does not like the fact that you're there. But if we can just get through this, getting these 3 moons is going to then warp us to the Odyssey. And warping fixes this camera lock issue, and now we don't have to worry. Now we've got only a few moons left. We're going to get Dory on the way to the timer moon and hopefully have enough time. And we do. Perfect. Perfect. And that's Lake Kingdom. Lake Kingdom is incredibly fast in this run. There's no cutscenes coming in. There's no anything, really. It's just very, very fast. And still, all this with only one capture. It's incredible. Oh, jeez. I didn't get Cappy back in time. What? What a stupid bonk, man. What a stupid bonk. It's okay. It's just there's people in ads right now. I didn't want them to miss anything. Plus, I forgot the, like, actual two-player movement I'm supposed to do. That makes it way easier. There we go. Lost Kingdom is very simple. We don't normally capture anything in Lost Kingdom, so literally nothing has changed here from any percent other than the fact that I'm rusty and in two-player mode, I guess, so the controls are slightly different. Okay. And now we are done with Lost. Very nice. Very easy. And now we're off to Metro. And you might be like wondering what happens when you go to Metro because, well, we already did Metro. First things first, it's still nighttime. But second things second, doesn't matter. We got the moons already. We can just leave. Peach is still up there in the ship saying help. Yeah, you can see help over there. Sorry, Peach. We got more important things to do. Now the order doesn't matter. We don't got to worry about paintings or anything like that. So we just go to snow. It's faster because less menuing. Now, you guys know Snowdram, but we have a much easier version of Snowdram here. Two-player Snowdram, which we're going to do right at the start. Where, yeah, we just get the checkpoint with two-player and save it for later. And now the route is a little different, but again, nothing too crazy. We're going to be getting moons that already we never used captures for. Oh, beautiful movement there. All right, this is probably one of the worst kingdoms because, you know, water levels suck. But Odyssey fixed that because in water levels in Mario Odyssey, you get to be a fish, you get to be a gushin, make things a lot faster and better. But in min caps, we revert and no more captures. No more fish, no more gushin. We are back to default water level movement. Now we are going to climb a sheer cliff face. It doesn't look like you'd be able to climb this wall, but for some reason you can. Just barely. By just barely, I mean, it's not that hard. It's just that these little ledges are very, very small. Now the slow part of the kingdom, going into the water. It is a little relaxing, though. You get a nice little break after all the chaos of this speedrun to just swim. All right, well, now back into it. On to Luncheon Kingdom. Luncheon is a simple kingdom. I will say that much. It's simple. Not necessarily easy, but there's no, you know, massive glitches we have to do. It's just Luncheon Kingdom. Luncheon Kingdom itself is hard. And now things get a little complicated. Because now we have to make it all the way to the jutting crag without a capture. Okay, we're good. Go! Alright, and now this sub-area, which is one of the harder ones to do captureless, but also one of the more fun ones. I do really like this sub-area in min caps. Yep! There it is. There it is. Easy as that. Nice and simple. Okay, Luncheon Kingdom's done, and we are almost done with the run. We have Ruined Kingdom, which is nice and short, and then Bowser's. So by almost done, I mean, we might honestly only be like halfway done. Bowser's could take us a long time. But first order of business is Ruined Kingdom, where, that's right, we're getting our second capture. We got our first capture 2 minutes into the run, and now our second capture an hour and 6 minutes into the run. There it is. The dragon is not dead. I was going to say dead. The dragon's not dead. Just tired. And now it's time for the hard CRCs. If you thought the one in Metro Kingdom looked hard, it only gets harder. These are the harder CRCs by far, especially this one. This is probably the hardest one in the run. So let's do it. 1 minute, 28 seconds is how long we're going to ground pound for. So how you guys doing? 5 seconds. 2, 1. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. There we go. I might not have enough time. It's a little scary. And then I want to aim right about, this one's very odd, but right here. Here we go. No! It missed. This one is a bit special because as you saw, I roll off and I die because the checkpoint is right in front of the capturable wire that we do not want to capture. We're doing this whole thing to avoid capturing that wire. So we have to die because if I don't die or if I don't get low enough, Cappy will just hit the wire. All right, we'll try this again. Perfect. Here we go. I rolled so early. Why did I do that? My finger slipped. Okay, here goes nothing. No! What? I got it and I rolled too late. Yes! We got it. You heard the noise. You heard the noise. I heard the noise. We got the CRC. Come on. Oh my god, right as I died. I thought I didn't get it for a second. And now we immediately have to do the next CRC. But this one's way easier, so it's fine. It's totally fine. We're trying to get that fire thing basically like that. I think that should work. Now we jump, ground pound, and we're going to ground pound for 69 seconds. So at 1:25:29. Go. So this one, we're just going to wait for it to teleport. And then do a backflip, and that should work. Told you, it's the easiest one. I don't have to go into first person. We don't have to time a roll. Nothing like that. It's just boom, boom. And now it is time for the last CRC. Finally. It is also, though, the longest one. That last one we had to ground pound for 69 seconds. The one before was 1:28. This one is 2 minutes and 47 seconds that we have to ground pound. And there we go. 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to aim. And this one isn't that hard, so we should be able to get this without too much trouble. There it is! And that was the last and longest CRC complete. Oh man, the CRCs are done. Feels good. It feels real good. But we are not out of the woods yet. We haven't even done the hardest trick yet. That's right. It is now time for the nut jump. I know you've all probably heard of the nut jump. You've heard the name thrown around like it's a legend. And it truly is. Because this is probably the hardest trick in all of Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning, or the hardest glitch. Because we need to get all the way up to the mech fight without capturing the wire. It's very, very high up. And there's only one way to do it. And it's the nut jump. First step of the glitch is get this nut and get it wet. Which I know sounds like a meme, but it is actually required. There we go. So now that it's in the water, it's going to sink to the bottom. Then it's going to respawn. And now the nut will be wet, which is weird. But for whatever reason, that makes it so we can now throw the nut, dive into it, and catch it in midair and repeat to get infinite height. The tricky part, though, is that this is a almost frame perfect trick. I have to do it about 40-ish times in a row. And each time it is a like 2 or 3 frame window. Here's a little demo because we do have to do a mini nut jump here. I'm going to be very rusty. This could take hours. Okay, there we go. We're past the first part, aka the easy part. And now we have to make it all the way up there, which is the hard part. Once we get past this little roof right here, we will die if I mess it up and have to restart this whole process. But right now, it's safe. Okay, well, that happened a lot faster than I expected. That happened a lot faster than I expected. I genuinely thought that might take me hours if it didn't go well enough. Oops. You know, every once in a while, something like that happens. That's not normal. Now we just have to beat the man. I can't believe I just did that. Wow. There it is. There it is. First try nut jump. Just like that. Now let's finish out this damned run. Finally get some closure. All right, Bowser, you're going down, you clown. Oh, there it is. And now we are getting our third and final capture of the run. Bowser himself. We got the Bowser capture. That is 3 captures. Now we just have to finish the run. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Going back to my roots. Okay, one last thing to do. The pillars with this banger song playing. Come on. And there it is. We are done here. Come on, baby. Come on. 146.57. Top 10 in the world. That's right. Oh my gosh, that was an incredible run. First try nut jump. I hyped it up being so hard. I thought maybe it would take like an hour. But that's it. That's it for today. In the week of SMO, I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow. And the next day. 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 I think that's 7. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been 3 caps. Bit of a throwback. We are so back.